Hello everyone. Hi, my name is Happiness Wano and welcome back to my channel. If you're here, it's because you are preggy or you think you are because you are seeing some changes and you're not sure, or you just realized that you're pregnant and you wanted to know what your first trimester is gonna be. Welcome to my channel because basically what I'm talking about this morning, everything that I have been going through as a first-time pregnant lady. Excited. My husband and I, we've been trying to have a baby now, and it finally happened this year. I actually got to know that I was pregnant on my birthday. I turned on I decided to just try to surprise myself and see if I got the best birthday gift ever. And guess what I did on my birthday? I just got the test and I did the whole thing, and it came out that I was 3 weeks pregnant. And I was like, oh my god, we did it. It was such a beautiful moment. And I decided that, you know what, I'm just gonna come and talk about everything that I'm feeling. I'm so excited. I just feel like I should talk about it in case anybody wants to know. You never can tell who is interested. So I was like, okay, you know what, just make a video and talk about it. But before then, I would not want to just move into that because I feel like there has been a gap from the last time that I did a video till today. It's been like 3 years now. I did a video, and I know that it's been a long time, but I am back now, and I have been MIA because I've been going through a lot of changes, a lot of processes, like moving from the United States to Canada. Like I got married first. I moved. My husband is a resident here in Canada. I'm a resident, a permanent resident in America. But for us to be able to start up a family, somebody had to move, and we talked about everything, and we decided that I should be the one to move. So I moved, and it's been like a whole process. And before then, it's just been a lot. I have a lot of goodies to talk about. Like I'm able to transition from the US to Canada. Before I left the US, I lived in Baltimore, I lived in Detroit, and then I decided to move down to London, Canada, here that I am right now. And it's just been a lot of process, but I'm pregnant. Yay! I'm pregnant and I'm so excited. And I just wanted to I made a list of everything that has been happening to my body, like the whole changes and everything that has been happening. And I feel like if you are in your first trimester, first of all, first trimester lasts from week 1 to week 12, because once you get to week 13, you're into your second trimester. So right now I am in my week 12 and some fractions, like some days. So like next week I'm definitely gonna be in my week 13. So whatever I have to feel, I already felt it, I believe. So this is the best time for me to come and talk about everything that I felt, every changes, every stuff that has happened to me. I feel like I should just let you guys know, and if you want to hear more, just stay tuned. So the first thing that I'm gonna say, as soon as I knew that I was pregnant, before I knew I was pregnant, my boobies were like way out of proportion. Like they were just getting huge, and it was paining me and all of that. And I didn't know if it was my period, because you know how we are now, ladies. Sometimes when you're your period, your boobies just wanna it's just in a different world, so I didn't know what was going on. So I just felt like, you know what, let me not think about it so much, let me just let it go. And then, but it kept on, it was persistent. So I did the test and I realized I was pregnant. So, and then the boobies, the pains never stopped. Enlargement is still going on till today. So the first thing that I did was to get a new bra. So I went to a lingerie store and I got ×2 bigger than the one that I normally would wear. So now I am wearing a whole different size of bra that I've never worn before, and it's still tight. It's still tight in the boobies, but I feel like I'm still gonna go back to the store and buy something bigger, maybe later on, maybe in my ending of my second trimester or my third trimester. Well, you know what? I don't even know what's going on in the body. So I'm just enjoying the process. So I would say that just buy a new bra, a strong one that can help you hold on to your breast, because when it's getting bigger, it's just too much load, especially if you're already busty, because I'm already busty as a person. So with the pregnancy, I'm like more bustier. So I feel like you should invest in getting a new bra. And then number two thing that I would talk about is nausea. Ooh, girl. Feeling like vomiting like all the time, like I feel like I'm gonna vomit. But the good thing about my first trimester is that I never threw up one day. I know a lot of my friends that came to the house and they were like, oh my god, you're so lucky. Oh my god, you're so lucky. During my time I was throwing up, I couldn't eat, I couldn't do nothing. I had to go to the hospital to take some drip. I'm like, you had to do all of that? She was like, yeah. I'm like, oh my god. So that's another thing that I would say you should take to note, because you sometimes feel like you're gonna throw up, or some people feel actually throw up. So whatever you're feeling, just know that yes, the baby is forming. That's why you're feeling these different emotions and these different feelings. So another thing that is so funny, that I feel like is so weird but still feels good, is sleeping. I sleep anywhere when I'm at work. Right now, I had to change my job because I had to get a work from home job, so I can maybe, I don't know, I just feel like it's better for me right now. So I no longer go to work. But when I was at work, imagine that my supervisor is talking to me and I'm like, and happiness was gonna, I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I didn't know at that time. I didn't even know I was pregnant, so I couldn't explain what was going on, but I was always feeling like sleeping. So that's one thing you're gonna feel. So when you feel that, then it's your first trimester. But I don't know what my second trimester is gonna bring, but I'm excited. Another thing that I know that I've been feeling is eating. Girl, I eat like a cow these days. Like, whoo, what is going on? I don't understand. Like, oh my god, I'm always hungry. I'm always hungry. Like, I'm always hungry every time I'm hungry. And then, apart from the fact that I'm always hungry, there's some things that I like to eat before that I no longer like to eat right now, because I don't like the smell, or I don't like one thing that is inside, and now I don't like everything. So it's always like that. Like lately, to me, like there's this Tim Bites. Is it Tim Bites or Tam Bites that they have on with Tim Hortons? It's this tiny puff that they have, and I like to eat it. But lately, girl, if you bring that thing close to me, I like the I think they call it the natural. Is it the natural or the original? I think it's the original. The plain one, yes. So I like to eat that one, but so when I got pregnant, and one of these days I told my husband, one of those days when we started with the whole thing, I told my husband to please get me some, and he did. And when he brought it home, I couldn't eat it. It was just like, what, like, so it was strange, because I love that snack, and now I can't even eat it. And then another thing that I know that I've been feeling, which I'm not really sure is because I'm pregnant. I feel like it's because of the transitioning from summer to winter. I was always cold in November. In December, I couldn't, like, I was wearing like 3 clothes to go out because I felt like I was too cold. And I was just like, what's going on? Because if you know me, I never get, like, I get cold, but I'm just that lady that -9 I will be jogging outside. Although I'm gonna like get up, like wear the right clothes, but I jog -9, -19, I jog. But this time around, 6 degrees, I'm shivering. I couldn't understand that. So although I feel like now it has stopped, I'm no longer as cold as like I used to be, and I think it's because it's January now, and my body has gotten so used to the cold weather that it's no longer as cold as it used to be. But it could also be that I can't really tell, because I've never been cold like that in November. So that's a mystery I will never solve. So I feel like that's another thing that you should know that might happen to you. And then, ladies, ladies, let me tell you one thing. You have to get a panty liner. Now, you're getting a panty liner is not because you have infection or you have whatever. It's not. The only reason you are doing that is because when you are pregnant, your first trimester, which I think is going to last to the end of your pregnancy, you are always wet. You're always wet and your pant is always wet. So because of that, you have to get a panty liner so you don't stain your pants. I mean, like the whole thing that comes out at that time is not, it doesn't smell, it doesn't have an odor, but it's just always, to me it was uncomfortable. Like, why you, I mean, like for ladies, I don't like to wear panties, you know, like this is a time that you're gonna feel awkward because you really don't understand why you're always wet. And then because you're always wet, there is a saying that says that during your first trimester you like sex a lot. So for me, it wasn't my whole thing. I mean, I liked sex, but I didn't like penetration. I wanted other means to satisfy myself, but I didn't want the penetration. But different people with their own experiences. Some people say, oh, I asked the lady that does my hair, she said that, girl, during my first trimester, she needed penetration like all the time. So she just always just grabs her husband and she just needed it. But she said immediately after her first trimester, she didn't want him anymore. So everybody is different, right? Yeah, if you think you are the type that at this moment, maybe your first trimester, you feel like you always you like it, just know that it's normal, you know. A lot of ladies go through that. And you are always peeing, mama. You are always peeing just because you're always drinking water. I mean, like when you're pregnant, you're always drinking water, and when you're drinking water, you have to pee, right? So I went for my scan, my ultrasound yesterday, and I saw my baby. My baby was swimming like this. He was swimming from. No, it's funny, right? But he swam. He was just tumbling. And then I was asking the lady that was in the scanning, that means my tummy has a lot of water and the baby is just moving everywhere. She was like, yeah, that feels like the baby is swimming. I'm like, oh, that's why I'm always drinking water, right? She said, yeah, that's why you're always thirsty. Yes, lady. Because your baby is swimming. I mean, it might not be the reason, but it's part of it, okay? What happens to me? Once I go to pee, even if it's in the midnight, the next thing, automatically, I don't care what's going on. I don't care who's running away. The next thing that I need is water. And I have to take 2 glasses of water before I go to bed. Even if it's 3 a.m. in the morning, I have to drink water before I go to bed. So that keeps occurring. I'm like, okay, this is strange, but it's still cool. It's still cool that happens. So yeah. And then the last thing that I want to talk about in this whole process is that you're always tired, girl. You're always tired. Every second you're tired. You drive, you're tired. You take a walk, you're tired. As I'm talking right now, I've been tired all this while, but I'm just telling myself, you have to talk, right? So that's the thing, you're always tired. So it's part of the whole experience, so just enjoy it. Well, right now, my tummy, if I can see, let me see if I can show you guys. My tummy is not showing so much. Let me see. Ooh, I can show you guys, but this is how it looks right now. And I am super excited. As you can see my face, I'm just smiling. Each time I have a problem, I just feel like, you're gonna have a baby in July. I'll be angry. I'll be like, nothing matters anymore. So I was like, oh my God. And guess what? I now have that tiny line. That line, you know, that tiny line that comes like in the tummy of pregnant women. My own is now showing, but it's so tiny, but I know it's coming. I can see it coming. And I'm just like, oh my God, it's happening. The other day I was telling my husband, baby, I have the line. Honey, I have the line. He's like, what line? I said, that line that. He said, yes, now you're going to have it. I'm like, my own is showing that. He's like, yes, it's going to show. I'm like, you don't understand. It's my first experience. So I'm just excited. I'm just happy, you know, you guys. I'm so happy. This is the most beautiful thing that has ever happened to me in my life. Nothing matters. The other day, I was talking to my husband. He was saying something like, next year we're not gonna take a Christmas picture because you waste my time. I'm like, don't take picture now. I will have my baby with me. Me and my baby, we're going to take picture. So you and this your baby? I say yes. It's just a very beautiful experience, and I can't wait for whoever is waiting to experience this to experience it too. And if you're like a first mom like me, we did it. We're pregnant, right? We're pregnant. And if you're not a first mom, I'm sure you're not as excited as I am. But you feel me when you were the first mom, you actually were excited like this, right? So don't judge me right now. So yeah. So I have come to the end of my video. And if you guys want to hear more, like any other thing that you would like me to talk about, girl, I am here for you and I'm gonna talk more. If you're not feeling the same thing that I'm feeling, girl, you're pregnant. That's all that matters, and the baby is doing okay. If you're feeling this thing, you are not alone. I am with you. We are together in this thing. So let's get it going. I'll see you guys in my next video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and share with somebody you feel like wants to know more about their first trimester. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for watching, and
I hope I didn't bore you guys.
have a good day. Bye bye.